At this point, I'm convinced that this game is rigged and just a tad bit overproduced. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, #Movie Bae. I am Movie Bae, and in this video, I'm going to be recapping and reviewing episodes 5 and 6 of season 2, The Circle. Now let's get into it. If you are new to my YouTube channel, hi, welcome. Here on Movie Bae, I do reviews, reactions, and commentary to movies and television, so be sure you drop down and slap that subscribe button to stay tuned for videos just like this. Episode begins with a little bit of inner circle tea. We find out whoever is granted to the inner circle will have limited access to a secret character called the Joker. This Joker will get to talk to the new people before anyone else. But before we get into that, let's check out Savannah's weak-ass goodbye message. Savannah talks a whole bunch of load of bullshit that I'm really not gonna dive too into, but what's notable about what she said is, the real snake was not taken out of the game. Matter of fact, there are multiple snakes. Like, bitch, I get victim vibes from Savannah, like, girl. And River even stated, if you didn't have that blow up, you could have won. So you have nobody to blame, realistically, but you. I always say, and y'all probably have heard this saying, when you are arguing, the bystanders don't know who is the fool until you do the fool. So yes, sis, you did the most and people wasn't feeling that. So you got blocked. Period. You had people on your side when Tarlisha came for you, which she really didn't. But because you kept going and going and going and wanted to be a little Energizer Bunny, you just went ahead and beat your drum right out the damn door, okay? So you ain't got nobody to blame but you, sis. You. Nobody likes a victim. But we gonna stop talking about Savannah because she's not on the show no more. After the video message ends, we all know that everybody gets to have a circle group chat. Courtney decides to take the initiative and lie and not say that Savannah went to go see him. I don't really know his reasoning for doing this because who cares? Like, what could she... The only thing is that because Savannah is so mad, she could have possibly shared her side, her opinions towards you. But she also shared her opinions toward everybody else. So it really was no reason for him to lie and say that she didn't come and see him. Thankfully, Chloe and Emily both stood their ground on their decision. They said that they came to that conclusion together, and she just did the most, and now she's blocked. Good vibes only from here on out. Like, let's get it. Speaking of good vibes, Tarlisha decides to clear the air with everyone. She apologizes for the part that she played, and the Savannah that we saw in the video was the same Savannah she had to deal with while they were influencers. Because of Savannah's weak-ass, lame-ass video, for some reason, people think Tarlisha is a catfish because she emphasized people getting to know the real her. Like, were y'all not, did y'all not, how are y'all confused? She's saying Savannah tried to paint her red with a scarlet letter, and that's not who she is. So she hopes she can stay around so y'all can get to know who she really is. Like, where did y'all get catfish vibes from? This cast is starting to get dumber and dumber each episode. Anyhow, off the old people, on to the new people. First, we meet Mitchell. Yeah, Mitchell. He's 22 from Pennsylvania. He admits that season 1, his mother and brother were both on The Circle, and y'all might remember they came in towards the end, Tammy and Eddie. I don't know how I feel about keeping it all in the family. Like, the reason reality shows work so well is because you have non-famous people on the show. I didn't like that they put Chloe in here. I didn't like that they put the idea of Lance in here because that just takes away from why reality TV really kicks it off. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my thought on that. Anyhow, he fine. Okay? And he says his family didn't play it right, so he is here to play right and win because he got what? People skills. And he's a virgin. Next up, we meet Kat. And if y'all been watching my videos, you already know. So we meet Kat. She's a 27-year-old professional volleyball player from Mesquite, Texas. Mesquite is a little town, Dallas, in the Dallas County area. So you already know we got another Triple D soldier. Kat admits to being an instigator, and that's basically going to be her strategy. Now, Kat, girl, I love you. You know, we both got volleyball in common. We both from Texas. We both from Dallas. But at being an instigator. Great for TV, bad for strategy. I feel like if she is noticeably stirring the pot, that can get her sent out real quick. But if she knows how to play her cards, which from later on in the episode I think she kind of do, that might be good. New people get a chance to look at everybody's profile, and right away my girl Kat is boop catfish, boop, that's a man. Tarlisha claimed to be the catfish spotter, but Kat is really the catfish spotter, except when it comes to River. Except when it comes to River. She didn't catch that one. So Kat thinks Chloe, Lance, and Emily are catfish, and she's in the gray area with Courtney. For the same reasons that T had Courtney in her gray area, because he just covers every notch on the spectrum. He could easily be likable. So it's like, Now later on in the episode, we find out that Kat went in the opposite direction that T went in. T was like, he's a threat, get him out. Kat more so is like, he's a threat, let's keep him around. Let's get to know this one. Mitchell is crushing on Emily, although she is catfish. He thinks Lance is catfish, but thank God both of the newbies are feeling my girl Talisha, because we need some friends right now, okay? We need some friends. We need some friends to save this. New people get to talk to each other first. Literally short bullshit talk like, hey, how you doing? Hey, what's up? Boring. Thank God the Joker pops in. That's the only time I'll be excited to see Courtney. He decides to drop some tea. Now, I'm not gonna lie. Courtney did his thing. It was very smart. It was very strategic. He decided to put on the facade as if he was Emily to throw both girls, Tarlisha and Chloe, under the bus. He says that Tarlisha is catfish and Chloe is just a fake ass bitch. The newbies eat this info up. They eat it up. Delicious. If it was me, I wouldn't trust anything this Joker says, because one, I don't know who the Joker is, and two, it could all be strategic because it's a game. So I would just take everything with a grain of salt. The game of this episode is called Two-Facedy, aka Naughty or Nice. Each player gets to post 2 pictures of them being naughty and the other one of them being nice. And of course, because it's the circle, they gotta add a hashtag. They gotta add a hashtag. Now, when it comes to playing the game Naughty or Nice, you have to think strategically. I think that when these games come up, people just be thinking, oh, yay, let's have fun. Nah, it's all a game. Everything's being thought about, overthought about, and calculated, okay? You can't post something that's too naughty, and you can't post something that's too nice. Strategy. Now, let's see how they played. Trevor's 2 pictures is one of him and his daughter. The other is him shirtless at a beach. His hashtags are keep a smile on his face and I heard Red was in. I don't know. Chloe is obviously Chloe, and she's just, oh my God, when are we going to get married? Are we going to get married now? We have to get the fuck married. That's Chloe. Emily's 2 uploads is one with her bare face with her dog, and the other one where she dressed up like a bad bitch with her best friend. Her hashtag is Little Lito and hashtag Double Trouble. This picture just makes Mitchell like Emily more. Kat thinks she is a catfish, and Trevor is now skeptical of Emily because her pictures don't match her personality. River uploads his 2 photos. One is him smelling a flower. The other one is him at a beach. Hashtag Sweet Preacher Kid, hashtag Thirsty at the Beach. Tarlisha, my girl, uploads her 2 pictures. One is her and her twin sister. The other is a more recent picture with her blue hair. Hashtag my best friend, my twin sister. Hashtag I got my eye on you. Now, both pictures are heavily filtered. They are. And honestly, they're not the most flattering pictures, T. I would have picked something better. But hey, everybody's not photogenic. I'm not. But because her pictures are so heavily filtered, everybody is now thinking she's a catfish. And River says that these pictures don't draw people into liking her, which is true because they're more so turned off than turned on. And we need people to be turned on right now. Lance uploads his picture, one with a birdhouse, one of him dressed up on Halloween. Hashtag Mikasa is Sukasa. Hashtag Lance scares. Why are we speaking in first person, Lance? Kat and Trevor are on to the catfish. Chloe is Chloe and uploads a sexy picture with her in a trench coat. You gotta love a trench. You gotta love a trench. And a picture of her eating. Hashtag love yourself queen. Hashtag I will put anything in my mouth. This bitch, I cannot take her. I cannot take her. She is too much. Trevor expects, well, the group expects nothing less of Chloe because Chloe is Chloe and she's sexual and she's been a flirt. Chloe is Chloe. And Courtney uploads his boring ass pictures. Y'all might think I'm like, I hate Courtney, but I real life just don't like Courtney. He uploads his picture, one with his Rainbow Pride shirt on, another one of him sitting on the toilet. It looks like he's sitting on the toilet. Unbeknownst to everyone else that the new people are there, their pictures pop up on the screen too as a part of the Naughty and Nice game. Kat uploads one picture of her where it looks like she's in an aircraft. And her second picture is a mirror pic with some nice little lingerie, showing some, but not too much. And her hashtags are Cowabunga Dude, hashtag Dark and Lovely, okay? Everybody thinks it's a perfect contrast and that she's fun, and then her sexy picture was sexy but not too sexy. Just like I said, with this game, you have to be sexy but not too sexy. And nice, but not too nice. He nailed it, okay? Now let's talk about Mitchell. Mitchell uploads his two pictures. One with him on horseback, the other with him skinny dipping in a river with his ass out. A very nice ass indeed. Hashtag horsing around, hashtag free balling, free balling. The chat lights up. Everybody is like, Mitchell, yes. At this point, Trevor peeps that Chloe is onto Mitchell and that Mitchell might be competition. Courtney, rightfully so, thinks that Mitchell is Trevor's direct competition and Kat is now Chloe's direct competition for being most popular, most liked. Everyone is grouping up Mitchell and Chloe together in their head. They think that they're both hot, they're both gonna flirt. Little do they know, Mitchell has his eye on something a little more subtle, on Emily. Speaking of, let's get to the private chat. Trevor messages T and Kat and starts a group message entitled Black Beautiful Queens, period. Trevor starts the chat off by mentioning how he's a single father and asks the girls for their BBQ mantra. I was like, oh, because we from Texas, we supposed to know how to barbecue? Like, why are you gonna ask me what's up barbecue? Me and T was on the same page, like, what? He meant beautiful black queen mantra. I was like, oh shit, I feel stupid. Kat gets right into it. She's not really too keen on the small talk. My type of girl. She wants to know what's the tea that she's been missing. Trevor kind of throws T under the bus and was like, I don't really know. Maybe T can help us out. So T gives a politically correct answer. She really is trying to fix her reputation in the circle, rightfully so. She basically just says there was a little drama between me and a now blocked player, but it's all good vibes from here. Kat loves T and she was not satisfied with that answer. Trevor, T, and Kat decide to start an alliance. Hashtag stronger together. Hashtag melanin popping. Meanwhile, Chloe is drawing T as a catfish. Chloe has no reason to think T is a catfish aside from T flirting with Mitchell, who she now has her eye on. I don't understand this twist from Chloe. And Chloe, bitch, you not my bitch no more. You not my bitch no more. How dare you just make random accusations. Lance messages Chloe and River, and they kind of talk about Chloe's little love triangle. They think that Trevor and Chloe are head over heels for each other. I don't know what the hell we've been missing. I don't know what conversations they're editing out, but head over heels? What? And Chloe is like, yeah, well, I'm kind of feeling Mitchell. Mitchell decides to talk to Emily. They get a little flirty, and Emily also lets him know that she was an influencer last round. For the end of this episode, we find out that the Joker gets one more treat. They get to choose solely one of the next influencers for the next round. Episode 6. Episode 6 starts off where episode 5 begins. Courtney is contemplating his choices. And at this point, I'm thinking he's going to choose Trevor just because Trevor is a safe bet. Private chats for this episode. Emily decides to finally reach out to Courtney. Jake should have been did this. He should have been did this. Y'all got to listen to me. You have to talk to everybody. You can't wait to talk to people, yo. Because it's not going to feel genuine. Emily tells Courtney that her, Chloe, and River all like Courtney, so they kind of want to invite Courtney into their inner circle. Courtney is obviously here for the alliances because he doesn't have any. Savannah's gone. And even though he beefing with Emily and Tarlisha, you really need to befriend them because the people who you don't like could be the people who saves you. Like, because they're tied in good with some people and you kind of just free floating off your good vibe, good energy ass bullshit. Mitchell decides to message Chloe and he talks to her in her lingo, her Essex UK lingo, and it's all very, very flirty. Peep this. I'm about to get a little deep on y'all. I'm about to get a little relationship advicey on y'all. Peep how Mitchell came to Emily respectfully. You're beautiful. I want to get to know you. And he stepped to Chloe like, what's poppin', hot chili pepper? Like, what's up? Like, oh, you in the bath? Can I join? Big hands, big feet, big meat. Like, peep how dudes approach you. Peep how dudes approach you, bro. With that being said, while they're talking, Trevor, boop, pops in and also invites Chloe to a private chat. Chloe contemplates her decision and she decides to entertain Trevor. Between Trevor and Chloe, they have a genuine enough for a catfish, moment together where he's treating her like a lady and not talking about no big feet, big meat. He talking about taking trips and getting to know each other after this. Ladies, peep how dude approach you. Even though Trevor is being played by a woman, there's a clear difference. And thankfully, Chloe noticed it. Mitchell's more hot, ready to go. Trevor talking about some deep stuff. Now, we always know, but who do you go with? Who do you go with? She's going to go with Mitchell. She's bad. She likes bad things. And Chloe also ends her and Trevor's chat by saying, my number one. That's a player line. Number one means you have more than one, bitch. I peeped the game, sis. I am the game, sis. The episode for this game is called Batter Up. They're gonna have a pancake art competition. Long story short, everybody's looked like shit. The winners of that challenge are Kat and Trevor. Alert, alert! The circle lets everybody in on the inner circle tease. It announces that one of you all have had access to the inner circle under a disguise as the Joker. This Joker got to speak to the newbies first, and they will also get to select one of the two influencers right now. Who did they choose? They chose River. Courtney chose River. This is actually a safe choice. I feel like everybody likes River. He's kind of just been floating up a river. Ooh, that's a bad metaphor. He's just been floating along like a river. Okay. Now, initially though, I did think Courtney was stupid for choosing River, because River is in good with tea because of our Texas gang. But unfortunately, River hasn't been feeling tea lately. I ought to kick his ass. Kick his ass right out of the alliance. Anyhow, it's time to vote. People are really thinking strategically during this vote. People, and by people I mean Lance. Lance thinks that if he rates the people who aren't liked so high, it might balance out. That really didn't work. Also notable, T puts Chloe in her number one position because she considers them to be circle besties. Yeah, T, y'all was, until Chloe thought you were stepping on her territory. That's why these little alliances, these girl gang alliances, these weak, flimsy ass alliances they've been starting in these episodes are like, no, they're not really built on nothing. If you just go solely off of girls that I don't even talk to, that's not a real alliance. Courtney puts Emily in his last place position, and Emily puts Trevor in her last place position because she hasn't talked to Trevor. Emily is another person in this circle who hasn't talked to a lot of people. After everybody chooses their rankings, T decides to message Kat, and she wants to know the T. What did the Joker tell you? And Kat kept it real. She said that the Joker said that you fake and might be catfish, and Chloe is a fake ass bitch too. From the information that Tarlisha got from Kat, I don't know why she thinks Emily is the Joker. One, why would the game randomly select Emily to get this privilege? Two, why would Emily throw her alliance under the bus? You are running off of emotions, T. Like, make it make sense, girl. You smarter than this. And of course, they make a D-Town, Stay Down, Triple D alliance, because obviously. Let's get to the ratings. My girl T comes in last place yet again. Lance is in 5th. Emily is in 4th. 3rd, for the 3rd time, is Trevor. Chloe is 2nd. And unfortunately, Courtney is number 1. How is Courtney number 1? This game is so rigged and overproduced. Not only did Courtney get to be in the inner circle and play the Joker, he also got to choose an influencer and become an influencer. This is bullshit. No. I'm not here with the overproductions. Coincidence my ass. In the hangout, Courtney and River both agreed to save Chloe right off top. When it comes to Lance, they do make a good point. Even though I really want Lance to leave because boring, it's like he's a safe bet to ride to the end because no one's gonna let him win $100,000, especially if you just starting a goddamn NSYNC reunion tour. So unfortunately, that's a good strategy. River also admits that he has no connection with Trevor. Everything is surface level, but Courtney doesn't want to see him go. Emily is a maybe, and of course, Terralisha is a maybe. I'm very upset by this. River, you're out of the Texas Alliance. I honestly, first episode, I wanted River to go home because he was boring. To get to know Brian, I could care less if River went home because. And now that you want to throw our Texas Alliance under the bus, I'm really not here for you. My predictions for the next episode, because I honestly haven't watched the next episodes yet, are they gonna block T, which is really annoying. Let me dig in on this. Courtney, you riding so hard for a bitch you knew for what? A few days? You're not even playing your game no more. You're playing Savannah's game. You got amped up and hyped up. You let Savannah put that battery in your back, and you are now playing her game. Because you really don't have no beef with these people. You don't know these people. You just riding off everything that she told you. I don't know how this game is being played. I don't know if it's week by week or day by day, but you don't know her from the back of your hand. Okay? So Courtney, no, I don't like you. I don't like you in this game anyways. So yeah, I think they're gonna block T. And then I feel like T is going to leave a video message outing Emily. That's what I think is going to happen on the next episode. Be sure you drop down in the comments. What were your thoughts on these 2 episodes? What are your thoughts about Mitchell? Don't forget to like this video. Lets me know I'm doing my job accurately. And of course, subscribe to stay tuned for more just like this. And I'll see you next time. It's a date.